Hey everyone, this is Gabrielle Côté, aka the Sphinx Zeus Wolf. This is October 9th, 2021, part 3. My intent in this video is to make a 2-minute video explaining my family situation. So, my name is Gabrielle. I was born and raised in Ottawa. My parents never got married, and they separated when I was 2 years old. And yeah, time moved on. It was the initial situation. Then, oh my god, something happened. And I think it's called a protagonist. The bad person of my movie in my head is the boyfriend of my mom. And he arrived in my life. And he took me down. He was abusive and screamed at me and created hell on earth in my own house. And then we had to move with him. And I didn't say anything too much. Obviously, I don't like him. He's screaming at me. My mom is very innocent. And she says, sometimes I wish I didn't move with him. Sometimes I wish I stayed at our place and didn't move with him. Because what followed was very torturous. A lot of pain and misery followed after we moved with the boyfriend of my mom, my stepfather. And yeah, I've been to a boarding school. After 1 year at my high school I used to go to, I went to a boarding school for 3 years. Then I went to CEGEP and I started smoking weed. Actually, I started smoking weed at my boarding school, but after I smoked more weed at CEGEP. And next thing you know, I got 5 tattoos, Christmas 2016, and they hospitalized me, and they put me on medication, and then I just went to school, and I got a college certificate, and afterwards, I decided to, first of all, I got a job, and then I moved in an apartment. The apartment I used to have, not even a year ago, a couple months ago, I moved out from that apartment in September 2021. And yeah, that's about it. When I went to that apartment, it was in 2019, September 2019, COVID-19 happened, and I started going through a big detox. And also at the same time, I went back to school. At the same time I went back to school. 3 minutes. I'm just perturbed. I wish I had my own space, my own backyard. It doesn't feel too good right now. I don't have all the brains to speak super clearly right now. I wish I had my own backyard. It's like, oh my god, there's people around. Try to stay focused on what you say. Anyways, so it was 2019. I started detoxing from my medication, and I went to this school for music. And yeah, I didn't pass school because it was COVID-19, and I was detoxing from very toxic meds. I almost died. And yeah, I survived. My parents got me a condo, and here I am today. That's about it for my life story. End of the story. My parents are just how they are. I'm 23 years old. I'm excited to clear up what my parents mean to me, what I mean to my parents. Because I'm like, no, don't take me down anymore. You know, it's scary when your mom just wants to drive you into hospital sometimes. Hey, Gabrielle, do you want to go to the hospital? I'm like, no more. I'm not stupid anymore. She did it like 3 times, I believe, in a very innocent way. And at some point, I was like, I'll just talk about it now. 4 minutes 30. At some point I was like, sure, bring me in the hospital, but they're gonna hospitalize you, mom, because you're the crazy psychotic one, mom, not me. I'm saying I didn't do anything. My mom is crazy and psychotic. My mom is in denial. My mom doesn't admit to not being okay. My mom should get hospitalized, not me. And yeah, it turns out they didn't really give any crap, and they just kept me in for 2 nights. That was on the 2nd of August 2020. The hospital kept me hostage. And yeah, so the 2nd of August 2019 is the last day I took my last shot, my last medication from Invega. Then 1 year exactly later, on the 2nd of 2020, they brought me in the hospital. A big story happened. I biked to my mom's place and I'm like, no, you're a bad man. I said to the boyfriend of my mom, you're not okay. And I was like very like, oh my God, like I was not okay because they were all like crazy and they don't admit to being abusive. So I'm like, you were abusive, you're not okay, and stuff like that. And then my mom is crying, Gabrielle, please help me, please help me. I'm like, yeah. And then she's crying and she's all crazy. Like, my mom needs to be hospitalized, not me, because my mom is like, yeah, let's go to the hospital, Gabrielle, you're crazy, you're not okay. I'm like, yeah, no, we're gonna go to the hospital and they're gonna see how my mom is crazy and not me, because I'm gonna talk very carefully and respectfully to the hospital workers and let them know that I'm okay and my mom is crazy. And turns out they don't even listen to you. They don't even respect you at the hospital. They're just like, oh, so Gabrielle has a history of not being okay. Well, she's the crazy one. End of story. We don't need to know about your mom. Then I'm like, yeah, that sucks, because they don't even listen to me. And then they kept me in for 2 nights at the hospital to see if I'm actually crazy. And yeah, I just stayed at the hospital for 2 nights. And what turned out to happen is I wanted to sleep on the floor because maybe I was a bit crazy. I was detoxing from medication and I wanted to sleep on the floor. But they're like, no, sleep on the bed. I wanted to sleep on the floor because I'm like, I feel better on the floor than on the bed. It's my right to sleep on the floor. And I'm like, I was sleeping on the floor at my place because I was going through a rough detox. And I don't know, maybe my back hurt, or maybe I wanted it my way, where I'm allowed, it's my right to sleep on the floor. Then they're like, no, you have to sleep on the bed. So turns out they just made me take a olanzapine pill. You're forced to take that pill. And then I'm like, fuck. And then next thing you know, they're tying me up to the bed. They were tying my arms and my legs to the bed, and this nurse took a shot and put it in my thigh. She put a sedative in my thigh, something strong where I'm just gonna knock out. And that's what happened. She just put a drug in my thigh, and next thing you know, I was like knocked out and tied up to the hospital bed. And they forced me to stay there 2 nights and eat hospital food, which they do have vegan food. And then they're like, wow, you are very calm. Yeah, I was playing dead. It's like, don't talk, don't move, don't do anything. If you want to get out of here, try to stay the most calm possible, because it could take days. It's torture. Staying at the hospital like that is torture. Act dead. So that's what I did. I act dead. And then I put a drape over my head and I acted dead. And then there was a security guard just for me. There was a security guard non-stop, like all the time, watching me those 2 nights. Then he's like, take that drape off your head. I was literally staring at the ceiling with a drape over my head and just meditating in a deep meditation, I guess, knocked out, or just, yeah, I'm just gonna wait it through. Stare at the ceiling with the drape over my head. Then he's like, take that drape off your head. So I just took the drape off my head. And I'm like, oh my God, I was like letting time pass by and it wasn't a problem. I was in a deep meditation, staring at the ceiling. Then take the drape off your head. I'm fuck. It was so annoying. Like, I want a break sometimes. I went to the washroom. No, don't mess too much with the washroom. Then I just listened to music a bit, and you're just supposed to be there and not do anything. It's like prison. That's what I did. I played dead and they let me go. Thank you for listening. This was October 9th, 2021. October 9th, 2021. This is the Sphinx Wolf. Thank you for listening. Peace to everyone. Have a good day. I want to make a couple more videos today. Let's see what happens. Peace to everyone. Bye.